It's Sunday. I just made my coffee, and in this context, I wanted to share some reflections on a past event that happened a week ago. A week ago, I was involved in a hackathon, this time not as a regular participant, but as a mentor or volunteer from my company. I had the choice to not be there actually 24 hours because it was a 24-hour challenge. But I decided to be present there because the atmosphere was very intense, and seeing all other participants coding under pressure, sharing ideas, becoming nervous, and so on. Those things, along with the pleasure of sharing ideas, discussing technical topics, and simply sharing opinions. All of this essentially kept me awake. But this wasn't the challenge that I wanted to talk about now. The challenge was actually, it took less than 10 minutes if I were to accumulate the entire time, but it was very, very intense. It was, I would say, more intense than trying to stay awake a day. And that challenge was speaking in public. Although I didn't I wouldn't call it speaking in public because I only had a few quick interventions, but in public, and the audience was quite large. I would say probably more than 100 people, students, other mentors, other people from other companies, and so on. And this challenge was actually the highest that I could have faced. I have, through some introspection, realized that public speaking is one of the most intense, if not the most intense, anxieties. Of course, I did some introspection even more and thought that it all boils down to how people might perceive me, and this, for some reason, it matters, or at least it mattered. I think it still matters to some extent, but this fear was this anxiety was very profound, and the fact that I managed to do that, the fact that I managed to stand in front of a crowd, a, a quite, I wouldn't say it was small, but not also very large, but it was a decent size, uh, large crowd. And the fact that I was able to stand there and speak and also be natural and also crack some jokes, um, this this feeling that I have overcame myself, that I have overcame my anxieties, this gave me a sense that now I think that with regards to myself, everything is possible. If I was able to do that, then what else can stand in my way? Now, basically, um, from now on, this is how I see things now. From now on, whenever I will be facing a situation that comes with anxiety, maybe speaking in public again, or having a tough conversation, and so on, in my mind, I will always compare the new situation with this situation from a week ago, where my chest was pumping a lot. Um, but despite of that, when I started speaking slowly, and for some reason, everything became natural to me. I felt good. I actually wanted more. Um, and with this um, adventure of mine from 1 week ago, I feel like I have unlocked new territories from the uncomfortable zone. In other words, I have enlarged a bit my comfort zone. This is not to say that Now speaking in public comes without emotions, without nervousness. Although I did it 3 times, I also did it once again this week, in an unexpected manner. But now I feel like speaking in front of a crowd can actually be fun. And the way I see public speaking now is that this anxiety, these intense feelings that I have just before speaking, these I like those feelings now, although they come with a lot of discomfort. But I began to like this discomfort now that I got the taste of it. And this is my reflection upon this event. Overcoming oneself could be a purpose in life, I would say. I mean, it is just a small thing, speaking in public, but this thing is very, very subjective. One can overcome themselves in many regards, and this was one instance for me. It might differ from for other people, of course, but I just wanted to mark these thoughts that now I feel like I have unlocked a new range of possible anxieties. I don't know yet what they are, but they are there. Now I don't feel so afraid to speak in public. Although I'm not good probably or comfortable, but I don't mind to be seen by many people and talk. That's the essence. I don't mind that. I actually don't care that much if I stutter, if I froze, if I miss some, if I don't speak in a very let's say proper way, maybe because of nervousness and so on. Now I don't mind that much. I am simply proud that I'm able to be there and try my best to send a message or to speak. I think this is it for this video. I'm very glad that I managed to remember or to not forget to make this video, because I really wanted to mark this in my journey on YouTube, and possibly it can inspire others. When I think about this, every time I think about this, it's been a week since it happened. Whenever I think about this, I almost always, I think I always, but in small amounts, become more, I would say, confident or enthusiastic about what's next to come. It's always a reminder that I did something great with regards to myself. This will be it for this video, and I will see you in the next one.